Welcome into my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with occasional review. Today's video is going to be an update on my setup for June 2022. Okay, I am still currently in my B6 Slim Traveler's notebook. It looks really cute. It is cute. It feels really nice in the hands. I'm enjoying the size. I'm just not really planning. And I think I mentioned that in my last video a little bit. I'm going to mention it again. It's summertime. I'm not lazy in the summer. It's quite the opposite, but I just see that things need to get done and I just do them. I don't really need as much of a plan. There's not as many appointments to go to. This morning I'm trying to go, I don't technically have an appointment, but my sister, sorry, I feel like I have a little hangnail that's driving me crazy. My skin is still just so crazy dry in the summer. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, my sister has to pick up some medical supplies this morning and we're gonna go do some grocery shopping, and my niece Busy's here, which I'm very excited about because I haven't seen her in a while. She's on break from college, so we're gonna spend the day together doing some writing and some eating and some writing and then some more eating. So B6 Slim, this is still the same notebook. I have a setup for this a couple videos back if you're interested, and I have an unboxing of this leather if you're interested in what it's called and my thoughts and feels on all of that. So let's get into it. I have these pockets full of ephemera still. I haven't used any of it because, again, I'm really just not planning or doing anything really right now. I don't know how to change that. I'll show you what I tried to do to change that, but it's not working out. So in here I still have kind of my catch-all notebook, where if I have notes and stuff, I write things in here. I do have some notes in here to call for insurance, so I'm not going to share that, but basically I write it in here and then I put it wherever it needs to go after that, or I mark it off. The second insert, of course, is my bullet journal. And this has been fine. You can see on the social media area, I've done nothing. We're already into week 2 of this month and I'm just chilling, and I think that's just fine. Also, the sun is shining through, so I'm going to try to make this brief so it doesn't overtake the entire shot. Okay, so over here I'm just kind of chipping away at some of these things that I need to do. These are sort of bills that I need to pay at certain points in the month, and so, I mean, do I really need to write it down? No. I have reminders on my phone because I have, you know, the credit card apps and stuff, but I do anyway. There's a lot of things that I could possibly go digitally with, and I just tend to write them down because I think it's out of habit. So here's how my week has gone thus far, for last week, excuse me, and it was cool. You can see here that I didn't make too much of a dent in the maid. I filled out most of this. I think that on Sunday I kind of took a break from audiobook listening, so I didn't record anything there. But here is the new week, and I know you're probably like, oh, are you keeping all your weeks together? No, I just literally have not been planning, and so therefore I had no dailies. I didn't write anything down. And some people are like that. Some people are just weekly people and a monthly, or they're monthly and dailies and they can't, you know, do weekly. I find that when I do all three, sometimes I'm repeating writing things in more than one place. Sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's just repetitive and annoying. But I tend to try to have dailies because it keeps me more on task and productive. But lately, again, I just don't feel the need to write them down, and it's not that serious. So here we are with the maid, which actually I only have an hour and change left. So this, did I write that down in here somewhere? Maybe I didn't write that down. I think I wrote it on the monthly. So yeah, I have a mystery book club, and the maid is the mystery book club of the month. So I wrote it there. I could have written it here to remind me, but I already, again, set this in my phone as a reminder, so my alarm will go off the night before so that I don't make plans, think, oh, I don't have anything to do. I have to get up and go to that book club at the library. Off to the side here, I just have my weekly chart, which I really love because it keeps me kind of on point, makes me happy. I only had 2 columns here because I wanted them to be wide enough, but then I found that with the Duolingo I didn't need that much space to write things, so I also kind of wrote in here TVs and movies, and I've been putting that at the bottom. Almost done with Stranger Things season 4. Started Glee from the beginning because it was off of all networks for a while, and now it's back on Hulu, so Jade and I started watching it again. I have some cleaning that I've been neglecting, but I need to get done, so I only have like another day before it moves over to the next week, and I'm hoping that that won't be the case. So here's one of the things that I decided I was going to try to do, because I wasn't doing dailies, obviously, for this whole week. There were no dailies. I decided, okay, maybe if I just throw down a little bit of collage in advance, this will help me, you know, just sit down and write some daily things. I did it for one day, as you can see here, the first day of this week, which was the 6th. And then I didn't do anything else. I didn't feel the need to, and I think that's okay. So if I decide to go ahead and pick up this today on the 11th or the 12th, I'm just going to use the same page. I don't feel like I need to change the page. I don't feel like I need to, you know, kind of backlog. Sometimes I've done that in the past in certain planners. I'm just going with the flow, and I think that's okay. That's just okay. And if you're doing the same, don't feel bad about it. This is your planner. And if it's not working out or you don't want to do it, just don't do it. Don't add more stress. So in the back here, I have added a projects page. And so I went ahead and I drew this out. At some point, I quit working on this project. I basically just wrote the first draft, and I think I read through it once. So I'm doing a read through because it's been a couple of years since I've even opened this project. And basically this is written in third person. This is for TBC, Project TBC. It was written in third person, and after I wrote this, I moved to first person. So it's really hard to write something in first person and then go back and try to do revisions and line edits in third person. Well, I am currently writing a book, slowly but surely, chipping away at it, in third person again. So I thought, okay, since I wanted to kind of take a break, I needed to kind of think on some of the things I'm trying to do. I got stuck a little bit. I tried to write my way out of it. And then I decided I just needed a break. So I decided instead of taking a full-on break, I would go ahead and do a read-through of this project that's written in third person so that it works out that way. And I don't feel like I'm losing my mind jumping back and forth in different POVs and tenses. So I have this in the back here. I'm just using a Tombow marker to mark this off. So this is for the read through I'm doing, and then after that it'll be revisions and line edits. And I've decided, I think, that I can mark on this side, on the right side, for the revisions, and then on the left side for the line edits. So it'll just be an X. Does that make sense? Instead of making another one. I probably could have just done all of these things with different kind of signifiers on one, but I drew out two, so there's that. So definitely let me know down below how you break down a project, and also what kind of system do you use to break down a project? Because sometimes I've had people mention that using a running weekly or an Alistair type method doesn't work. Anything that has to do with tracking, they just fall off on. And that's why I kind of use this instead, because instead of checking off something, I have a box to fill in. I just kind of want to fill that box, you know what I mean? As opposed to just a check mark. That's just not satisfying enough for me for some things. Like these things, you know, I can just check off. But stuff like this, I feel like I do it more if I fill in the box and I see that the box is empty. So that's, I mean, I don't know how well this is going to work. This is just me keeping track because I have 50 chapters so far in this project. Once I do the complete read through and I start to do revisions, I might combine some chapters, I might add chapters, I might take apart a couple of chapters and make them 2 or 3 chapters. So this number isn't always going to stay exactly the same, but as long as I have something to kind of check off with this, I think that's enough for me. I'm also writing notes as I do the read through in my what's it called? What is the thing called? My Kokyo systemic notebook. So I didn't need to keep that in here. But since I opened this, you know, a lot for planning, I figured I would keep the tracking in here. I don't know. Maybe I could put it in the other one, but for some reason it felt like right to put it in here. Do you also do that? I don't know. I like all the trackers to be in one place. If I put it in the other place, I will see it because I write almost every day, but there's a better chance that I probably wouldn't even fill it out or, you know, mark things off. So there's that. This one again is for health, and I'm not doing the best in here. I have been exercising pretty regularly. Jade and I have been going for evening bike rides, which has been so much fun because it's nice and cool. We've been having a heat wave here in Colorado, and also in the evenings there's no one around. We just go to like the businesses area, and since everyone leaves by 5:30 at the latest, it's completely empty, and it's just nice to be able to ride bikes on the pavement. This fourth notebook, I've been calling it my writing prompts and working out things on the page. So when I got stuck on the project that I'm currently working on, Project Crimson, I started to write out some notes and thoughts and feelings in here. I just wanted to work out some things on the page here. You know, sometimes this is so funny, and I said this to Jay the other day and he thought I was insane. So this is something only other planner people can actually appreciate and understand. And so basically I said, sometimes I need to make a list before I make a list. And he was like, what does that even mean? But you know what I mean? It's just like sometimes you need to write all of the categories and things that you want to organize and then organize them off of that list. Does that make sense? Like if you wanted to alphabetically organize a list, you would probably try to do that, but you might forget one, right? You might forget an E and then go just straight to G. So I just write all of them down. I just write them all down and then alphabetize them. Oh my gosh, that word is so hard for me to say, y'all. But that's, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Sometimes you make a grocery list, and because you want to organize it by fruits and vegetables and meats or whatever, you might just write the list out, and then when you type it or you write it to keep for always, you know, just to refer to, then you write it nice and neat. Does that make sense? Am I just a crazy person who's just writing a list and then rewriting? I don't know, whatever. I thought that was perfectly sane thing to say. He thought I was crazy. It is what it is. I'm done trying to explain it because I'm sounding ridiculous trying to do so. I do have some tabs I was trying to show you here. This one is marking, you know, my calendar, and I had it on the week that I was on. So I'm like, well, do I want it on here? Maybe I just want it on the week that I'm on. So that's what I will do. Change this up. I, you know, used to be into the tabs, like the Carrie Harling tabs. I had a bunch of them somewhere, and I think I put them on like a piece of acetate, and I can't find them anywhere. And I was going to make new ones, and then I got really lazy. So I've just been loving these Midori clips, and these are over here. I have another one. Marking this. These are the, what are they called? The book darts that you can buy. Oh my gosh, am I even in? Sorry, I'm not even paying attention to what I'm doing. The book darts that I love to mark things. And I think that that's just simple and nice, and it's a little bit cleaner. Of course, like, see when the tabs stick up, they're just really nice. Yeah, I'm just too lazy to get it together. I don't have anything marked in here because it's pretty easy to find. This is just holding pages that I'm already done with. So I think here I'm going to start writing some notes for the book I'm reading, The Maid. So basically I have been pretty busy, and so I've been listening to The Maid as I'm driving, as well as when I'm in the shower. So as soon as I get in the shower and I have to get ready and do a bunch of other stuff like my hair and makeup, I'm listening to audiobooks. And so I really haven't had time to actually sit down and take notes. And this is just not something I want to put in the bathroom around water, you know. Obviously I'm not going to be writing whilst driving, so I haven't done any of that. But I don't really particularly like this book, The Maid, so I haven't had a need to take a bunch of notes. This is on Monday, so only a couple of days I have to finish this, which I will. and I just don't have that many notes. I have a lot of criticisms about this book. I won't give it away. Just letting you know, I don't recommend it. But I thought I would write some things down, some points here. And I also like having a notebook when I go to book club, not only to have my ideas fresh and you know, in front of me so I don't forget. I like to write down what other people thought and if they had questions and things, especially when you're trying to be mindful that other people need to speak, because sometimes Sylvia has a problem with that. And I just, you know, I don't mean to talk over people, but you know, when you're in a big group, because the mystery book club actually has anywhere from 9 to 13 people at any given time, and you want to comment on what somebody said, I just like to write a little note so when it comes time for me to speak or we go around a circle or whatever, I make sure to make a comment, or if I liked what somebody said, to tell them so without interrupting them. That's, I mean, I hope that makes sense. So that's what I've been doing pretty much in here, other than just, you know, prompts and random things, working things out on the page. This guy I have mentioned before, and so I do have a couple of these paper clips in here. So this one is just to the monthly calendar, and I thought I was going to put a Spanish word a day that I signed up for on here, and I've been taking screenshots of them and I just haven't been writing them in here. So I need to do that. I need to catch up and do that. And then we have another little paper clip here, and this is just where I've been writing some Spanish sentences for Jade and I to practice when we're in the car or when we go for bike rides. I'll read a few, and then while we're riding our bikes, we'll talk about them and laugh about them. And it's been really fun. It's been really fun. And she's just such a speedy, quick learner. It's been pretty great. So that's basically what I've been doing in here, and it's been really nice, and some Spanish vocab in the back as well. And that's pretty much everything. And again, this is just sitting in the secretarial pocket here in the back. I haven't, you know, had any issues with this planner. I kind of wish TN, excuse me. I kind of wish it wasn't as wide, because it's kind of hard to fit in my smaller purse for the summertime, but I'm making it work. I would take a notebook or two out, but then it doesn't feel right in the hand. I don't know how to explain that for all of you who've ever had Traveler's notebooks. You know what I mean? It's just, I think the more that's in there and the notebooks come to the edge, the nicer it looks and feels. So definitely I will recommend to anyone who cuts down their own notebooks, which I did, to not cut them down to the Midori MD size, because then they'll come to the edge and maybe I won't feel like I need to have this bigger notebook in here. It's not a big deal. I haven't had any problems writing on any of the inserts. I haven't felt like I had to take any of the notebooks out in order to write on them nicely. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of wish it wasn't as wide as it is. Still using my Pilot friction pen. I did take off the top because I got really tired of unscrewing it and screwing it back on every time I had to erase something. So this is just in my desk drawer so I wouldn't lose it. And I find that in this pen loop, I just push this down like that and I protect the clip, because when you, oops, I'm losing you guys. Okay. When you push down the clip here, that's how you extend the tip. And when I was keeping it on this, I found that in my bag somehow it was like pushing and stuff, and the tip was coming out, and this is that needle tip. So I was really scared it was going to break. So I don't clip this on anymore. I just kind of turn it around like this and protect it so that it never extends. Oops, I forgot to close it. There. It doesn't extend that way. And you certainly can, again, put your elastic on there because of this pen loop, but because I still have all of these tabs on here, I don't want them to get smushied. So I just keep it out like that, and it's not a big deal. Yeah, so that is my whole update. It's pretty boring, but I felt like I needed to come on here and tell you that it's working out. It's fine. I'm not planning as much, and that's okay. And so I think I'm definitely going to be giving away Jibun Tacho, the dailies away because there's just not enough planning right now. And I just am not a fan of the size. I'm just not going to carry it around. Okay, sorry, my phone rang. I'm gonna be late, so I have to get on top of that, Rose. So anyway, yeah, this has been my very boring update. Things are working out fine. I'm having kind of a boring planner life, and that's not anything to do with the actual notebook or my setup. I just don't have that much to plan, and I really don't care to do it. If you're also in this planning funk, I don't even know if it's a planning funk. I mean, I feel fine about it. It's just not much to update, I guess. I don't know. Let me know down below. All right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.